seconds
I
remaining.
don't know how you get crazier than
that was the
Dazzle,
wildest draft
Core,
we've
Sage.
had
5
in a while.
seconds
wasn't it?
remaining.
Yeah, and they're also... I mean, the craziest thing they could do right now with this opening is run Court Bounty Hunter, and it's really not that crazy because we've seen it before.
Yeah, complexity ran it earlier, I think.
I don't think... I'm going to make this call, Paul. I'm going to stick myself out there, really out there on a limb and say that you can't run Court Disruptor. No, you can't run Court Disruptor. You can run Core Bane. In fact, every single one of these heroes except for Disruptor, you could run as Core, but not Disruptor, and that would be the craziest thing I've seen so far.
So maybe offlane Storm Spirit.
Support Storm. Legit.
Yeah, but, well, why did they even take Zombie to play?
You know, I read
I read that comment and asked
They're
myself
like,
the same
I'd rather
question.
get someone who doesn't speak English than Sunbeam
Dire
playing for
team's
them.
turn to ban.
You know, because Sunbeam's a high
Bless
MMR
him.
player, right? He's
Yeah.
like 7.5.
Yeah.
Like, run into him all the time. He's pretty good. But he's no CTY.
No. But then
But
not many
CTY is
people
no
are.
SCC.
At least
so
he would die in that game.
10 seconds
He
remaining.
would have died.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
Would
he
have
would
ended up
have
with
played
0-0-0.
He would have.
5 seconds
Would
remaining.
have done things. I also don't think Sunbee's.
Radiant
mid
team's
player.
turn to
He's not a
ban.
mid player.
Well, they could
He's
swap
better on
around. They could
support.
They could put Fada there.
far down mid.
Yeah.
And
Could put
seen
Fada there.
some-
Puppy is off lane.
I've seen Sunbee play offline. I'm sure he could do that. Or maybe they value Sunbee so much that they want him to
Really?
focus.
Yeah, I mean,
on,
like
coaching.
don't forget, like not
seconds
having the
remaining.
coach
God,
there.
gives me that
he can-
cheeky smile.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure,
well, the
dude.
thing is, he can coach
5
them
seconds
while
remaining.
they're playing if he's playing.
Wow.
I'm not sure that works.
Wait, do they make the coach step out?
Yep. Well, if he's playing, he
Oh,
can just
really?
lead them.
Yeah.
He needs to go out after the picks.
GG.
Brood ban, just in case.
Yeah, but what happened with the Brood? I didn't see any Broods
No.
being picked up. Well, maybe because Liquid is not
I'd
here,
wonder actually that last game.
Everyone's like, just mutually agreed. Look, guys, Liquid's not here.
Finally agreement.
Let's just have a nice brood-free tournament, guys. Let's just have a good day.
The no Meepo, no Brood agreement, privately agreed in the back
Huh?
rooms.
Why was Meepo nerfed?
Because Ice Frog ran into a Meepo spammer for once in the yearly pub that he plays, and he realized that that is really annoying, that people can just play one hero.
He can't get his MMR up. Huh?
Yeah.
So what do we have? We have Purple Pain, also known as Bane.
Your favorite hero?
Yeah, I don't know
Dire
what Secret
team's
needs
turn
to
to
pick
pick.
right now to actually redeem themselves.
Yo, I really like Bane here. I want to say that right now. Bounty Hunter loves being able to pick on supports. The worst thing you want as a Bounty Hunter is to be going up against like Banes, Treant Protectors, Ogres,
10
like
seconds
heroes that
remaining.
you just don't right click because they're better than you at it. You know, like you want to be able to
5
pop up,
seconds
"Hiya!"
remaining.
and then the 5 position goes, oh goodness, and runs away, and you chase him down and right click him a bunch. But with Bane, he's scarier than you. You know,
For a moment,
you try and spook a Bane, he spooks back.
I thought we had Sir Action Slags on the panel.
I mean, this is real analysis, Paul.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Kaya!
What are we getting in?
Ursa Band. What is Team Kinguin looking at? Is that a DK?
Maybe they want.
Is that a
Maybe they just want mass team fight and they want a tide or
Tide
something.
Hunter? Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want Team Secret to take the tempo of the game away from them. Have an early Roshan here.
We were saying in the break actually, these two teams know each other well, don't they?
Oh, they're both Europeans. So yes. I don't know how much they.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Behold.
The Magnetar.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Tide Hunter.
Alright.
Yeah. He don't care. He no care Bane. He no care Earthshaker. He will get off Ravage no matter what.
That's smart band Ursa because Team Secret loves to run Witch Doctor, which is
10
a
seconds
pretty insane
remaining.
counter against the Tide Hunter with the Maledict. Kraken Shell can't take it off.
5 seconds
Uh,
remaining.
And they already picked the supports Bane and Earthshaker. What about Core Witch Doctor?
They're loving life in there, aren't they? Look, having a load of fun.
the one time that you get those comments that people are like, but what about the Aghanim scepter, right? Like that's the one time that person would be justified. They'd be like, but what about the Aghanim scepter, witch doctor? And they'd be right.
Radiant team's turn to
So
pick.
what are we looking at? The melee hero that benefits from Empower? Wait,
Okay.
what?
That's kind of, I'm not gonna lie,
Fire
that's
team
kind
ban.
of bristleback. He actually does insane right click damage. He does now because they've been buffing up his warpath so many times. But
Kinguin's
somehow
great.
Team Kinguin just knew. It's because they like instantly pick Necrophos.
Yeah.
They're like,
We know what's going
10
on.
seconds
Are they
remaining.
gonna ban out the OD themselves this game against the Bristleback?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Having 2 cores with int, is that good?
I think it's unnecessary, right? You've got the Bristleback already
Radiant team ban.
in your clutches with the Necrophos. I think OD would be a little slow. I don't know. Maybe it's okay.
I mean, they can put the Necro on a mid, still get some
It would be
Silver
really
Edge
nice.
carrier.
Yeah.
This looks like a
10
good
seconds
Slark game.
remaining.
They have nothing to hold them. There's a lot of
5
stuns,
seconds
but
remaining.
with the first spell, you can just
So you want
Radiant team's
mid
turn to
anything
pick.
off.
Mid Necro and then safe line Slark?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with just one battling heroes. Honestly, DK would have been
10 seconds
just
remaining.
perfect because it's a battling hero that's tanky, so he doesn't care.
5 seconds
He
remaining.
disables and threatens high ground.
They were definitely waiting for that one.
Well, then they need some tower damage on side of Kinguin.
They're not taking it for.
You could do like
Dire team's
Viper.
turn to pick.
Yeah.
Razor.
They're the same hero, guys.
Different colours.
One's electricity
One's
cancer,
green.
one's
One's
cancer. One's green, one's blue.
Yep.
They're the same hero.
Same different.
From now on, whenever
10
you're listening
seconds
to
remaining.
panelists, they say Viper. They also mean
We're
Visor
just
and
going to call them
5
from now on.
seconds
They're going to be
remaining.
called Visor.
Visor.
Anti-mage.
Choose your hero.
Like the guy from Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, no, but it just covers either one. AM, which hasn't been great so far. Very underwhelming.
But it's a mag AM. That is
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
And it's an AM versus a Necrophos, which is okay.
Okay.
So how do you dispel the Necrophos? There's no way to dispel. What, right now, what is there? Like enchant, panda, nullifier. Does anything else dispels?
Shadow. Yeah, they don't really have. Yeah, Necrophos is actually a lot better versus AM than he used to be. Because
10
of
seconds
the
remaining.
lack of getting down on my level now.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Shrinking behind the desk, I think Lacoste is kind of like,
Lacoste-
okay,
Lacoste just took-
we're kind of done. We don't want to be here anymore. Let's move on very quickly. Talking of that, let's do that right now before we all disappear from underneath the desk. We'll head over to the commentary team for game number 2. Big match for Team Secret right now.
A big matchup for Team Secret and a thrilling draft.
Dude, CTY is actually the most interesting AM player you will ever see.
Why?
Why? Because he is off the wall. Okay, so the most recent thing that he did that wasn't actually so strange, he went like Moonshard after, what was it, Yasha?
Okay.
Okay, he used the Moonshard bio.
He didn't finish the mantra, he went
No,
into Moonshot.
it was like Battle Fury, Yasha, Moonshard. Very consistently too. So it wasn't a one-off thing. I believe I casted him a long time ago where he did the
Prepare for
whole like
battle.
item swap, like sell your Battle Fury, buy Daedalus, sell your Butterfly, buy AC, okay, they got rid of the MKB, okay, we go back to Butterfly. He's one of those guys.
I think I actually cast that game with you.
Yeah.
And then he rebought the Battle
Yeah.
Fury again.
Yep. He's like,
Yeah.
wait, I can't clear creeps.
That was the qualifiers for one of the majors I think we were casting.
So he is the most interesting AM player that you will ever cast. I think Miracle is probably one of the other ones too. He builds like Diffusal and sometimes some other weird stuff, but I actually think Miracle's builds are generally pretty good. CTY on the other hand, they just don't make any sense to me, so I don't actually know if they're good or not. I just have no idea what the guy's doing, which is great.
In this game, it should be fantastic, right? Because you have the Magnus buffing him up, so
30
you need
seconds
Battle
to
Fury
battle.
when you can have a Magnus on your lineup. I think they're trying to set a trap here for Cackle, but not going to happen for the moment.
He knows what's up.
They have the Sentry Ward, but it's further down south.
Ooh.
He would have to
Or-
walk right into it. They're cutting through every single tree so the field of vision isn't blocked. It's a very interesting spot for the ward. Like,
Battle
they
started.
don't get that many opportunities, and then the battle for the
Tis
roof.
my gold is a great conductor.
CTY. So, laning wise, Ace gets to run the bristleback up on the top. Yapsor is going to be the wonderfully balanced fissure blocking ES on bot lane, just to help out the lane at the start for Fada, who will be on the Magnus. Middle lane, we see TY on that anti-mage with supporting of Puppy. And then the counter attack in the mid. Disruptor's going to join him. Cat predicted correctly. Not a call. Going to be babysitting Nisha, but this leaves the two side lanes of solo and solo. So Exotic Dia as well as Partos, they're both by themselves, and that's because the Bounty Hunter is doing his roaming. Bounty will start by harassing the bottom lane, but they definitely want to keep a close eye on mid. Nice skewer back from Fada. Cackle will be able to go invis, but he's already down to 1/4 of his life. Like exactly what he was probably expecting from a level 1 Magnus to have skewer already leveled up. Damn, CTY, he takes too much damage.
I can't have you for one.
Before he's got the spell
Yeah.
shield up and running, and he's just copying Thunderstrike after Thunderstrike.
Not the biggest fan of AM mid after the Poison Shield removal. It's just really hard to not get harassed out. Yeah, you can get your Ring of Health, but safe lane, sometimes you get harassed out in the mid lane. Against two range heroes, it's going to be even more difficult.
It's when you need to have someone like Lich behind you, right? Like to at least give you the Frost Armor or something along those lines.
And to pull the creep wave back.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull the old book of Scorn there. Fissure, ready to come in from Yapsor. They are looking for the support. They do not want Nisha. So heavily the Yapsor actually just completely bypassed him and didn't even go for any gank. For all the time he
Dyer's top
invested into
tower
this
is
mid
under
lane.
attack.
Now you're seeing the CS just stretching further and further forward.
It's going to be really hard for Yap in the final point.
It shall not be.
There's an empowered AM and a bristleback who takes stats. So I don't actually know where he's going to get it from if they 4v5. And if you 4v5, he's generally just going to die a lot too.
Yes.
Well, AM did get nerfed, so I'm a little bit happy about that.
Yet still he is picked twice today.
He has the power. AM with the power, as with most melee heroes, is a completely different story. And I think it just improves their viability twofold.
Yapsor's keeping up in that Fissure spam. It's hard to take your eyes off this mid lane because you just know that Yapsor's Fissure could create some space, but then again, like space to do what? It's the other lanes which I kind of want to have a little bit of a closer look at, and that's like Partos going up against Ace. It's a lot of Quill Sprays versus Tide Hunter, so very sustainable hero. And then the bottom lane, Necro is right on top of those denies. 14-10 currently Exotic Deer's CS against Fada, who is 2 for 0, being zoned out continuously by this Bounty Hunter. You expect him to roam more, but instead, he's just happy to chip away at this very thick hide of the Magnus and give more and more space to the Necro, who is rapidly approaching that level 6.
Well, he's doing a good job because he's actually getting the bounty runes too, as the bounty hunter. So that's why you see him
Nothing
actually
for you.
above Fada in levels. Fada is level 3.25, and Kekor is a little bit over that. So, you know, he's doing a really good job. That's one of Bounty Hunter's biggest problems, is not getting level 6 quickly enough. But in this particular situation, he's doing very, very well. And yeah, they can deal with the AM later.
It's mainly just comparing him to the other like opposite, which is Yapsor. Like just that experience gap is massive for him. And Kakor, he's waiting for it again for 4 minutes. Gonna start harassing. Yapsor wants to try and fight this one, but that's a level 2. He's got no point up in that aftershock, so it's literally just a fissure and a totem.
Uh-oh, Yapsor, no.
What do you mean no?
One more hit.
Nah, he's alive.
One more hit with that Shuriken toss maybe, but he has that early windlace at least.
There is the double damager in the bottom river. So once Bounty Hunter's going to see this, can grab it and then look for another gank. Or potentially give it. Oh, Raze doesn't have a bottle.
I think it's just better for him to have it. Because firstly, he's getting enfeebled, and secondly, you generally just want to keep the AM down. And because Bounty Hunter's not there, you want the Razor to be able by himself. And top lane, we haven't really talked too much about, but they're almost perfectly even in CS. So not too much going on.
Nice Fisher block, but there's still a double damage Razor. You don't really want to fight
Heads
into.
down.
That is the issue. Like you can Fisher block him, but you have no damage.
Yeah. This isn't the old story of the anti-mage. Like, you talk about the ability to even sustain the mid. He just doesn't do damage.
They need stacks, actually. I think that's what Yepster should be doing. Like, screw mid. Yeah, you can like Fisher block a Fissure and get the static off, but I think they need stacks. They are going to need a lot of gold. You need like 2 blink daggers, and AM needs a ton of items.
This is nice for him. Quill spray stacks continue to rack up on Partos and Ace. Do you want to dive underneath the tower? One more spray would have done it. Instead, he backs off, lets the fight go out as Sparta skewers in, rotating in towards the mid lane, gets glimpsed away. Doesn't save the hero who does the glimpsing. Disruptor caught in the river.
Did he mean to glimpse that guy?
Fada? Yeah. I think so, but I think he meant to glimpse him before Fada actually had an influence in the fight. It just took a little time. Now, Ravage, Sparta. Well, thanks for coming. The ball won't hold him there, but it won't matter when you've got a lot of help from Castle. And this is the same time as the 6-minute bounty runes are about to spawn.
Yeah, they got first blood in mid, but Secret I still think are in real dire straits here. Because Magnus is just in Strug City. Yeah. The only place he could really go is mid, because Bounty Hunter is doing such an excellent job of hunting him down. So they will catch wind of Yapzor, sneaking down the bottom lane, getting those bounty runes. It's gonna go a long way to try and help their farm, but still I see 0 stacks on this.
Yeah. They need to switch these lanes up. This mid is not... It's not functioning.
Top? No, none of the lanes are good for AM. Where does AM want to go?
He kind of has to go top, burn off the mana of Partos, and then just... That's it. Like that's the only option, right?
I think you just let Bristle get... Yeah, maybe you can swap the Bristle. But Bristle can't get out of the link, though.
Yeah, Bristle would have to go to bottom lane.
Potter smacking him. What is that weapon that he has?
That is a pretty cool weapon. What is that?
Infused Aquemerald Blade.
Cool. Are they trying to set like Aquamarine and then Emerald and then just merge the two of them together?
A Portland Tilt, Sheila.
Courier sniping again. Karkol is looking for the line for it instead. Just stalking Father, looking to get those levels up and running.
You have 2 heroes jungling. 7 minutes in, you have 2 heroes jungling.
Yeah, it's efficiency for the shrine, man. It's efficiency for the shrine. That's why they're here, right? With that level 1 in power.
Hashtag efficiency.
So clean. The Necro is just adding more pressure to the bottom lane, trying to force someone to come back because he knows if Poppy finally that wall up the hill pays off a figure of 3 men from Yapzor, helping out the group, pulls it back in, and there's so much stolen damage from Onisha. 66 stolen, and people can't stop that. And Kinguin able to get the kill because they know no one's going to be coming there to save him.
Yep, that's what happens when
Nisha, one shot. Did he just bait this? And they have a glimpse, they have damage, they have nothing. Fada TP's away to safety.
Nice bait.
Huh? That's Fada intended always to go home.
But you also have to keep in mind that this Bounty Hunter has had really good wars. He saw both of those heroes jungling with the one right next to the shrine and the one behind the T2 because that's mostly where they've been focused on. So still no stacks. I'm very, very surprised that they just have not been focusing on the economy game at all. Like with this lineup, you generally just want to win it late, right? Yeah, versus Razor and Necro, I don't think you're going to really have a problem if it gets 40 minutes plus. Yeah.
Like I would say, like maybe they're worried they can't take the stacks, but the Bristleback can do it.
Yeah, Bristleback can always do it. That's the thing.
But they could also lose their stack to the Tidehunter.
It would take a while, though. I think with the Prowlers, just ancient stacking in general has just been way more difficult to clear, and especially with melee heroes like that.
Tide gets a medallion. He had a
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
So they can't sustain. Like when I see the medallion just after the last game, I'm thinking, oh, maybe they can do Roshan. You see the rest of the lineup, it's like, maybe they can't do Roshan. You got physical damage, which is decent from the Warpath stacks.
The medallion's really good at pushing towers, though. That's one of the most underrated aspects of the item. Yeah, it's a very obvious for Roshan for focusing, if someone gets focused into. But for pushing towers, it is incredibly good. Okay, stacking. Here we go.
Look at that cleave and
They're
spray.
beating on Dire's top tower.
Any mage can finally have some decent items.
And now,
Maybe.
Kinguin needs to push towers down. That's what you do when you see them in the jungle. You
Yeah.
take down the tower so that you can invade their jungle.
Atos. Taunting his way
Best
to the
taunt
creep
in the
wave.
game.
It really is. The douche stroke.
I really do love that taunt. One of the first taunts that you could move while taunting.
They're stalking this AM. Let him have the 10-minute bounty.
Dire's
good way to
bottom
catch
tower
them.
is under attack.
Illusion.
They need, I mean, you want like a Spirit Breaker to kill him. Spirit Breaker is like the ideal hero. You still have vision if he blinks away. You can interrupt TPs.
Dire's
You
bottom
have
tower
good
is being
lockdown.
chipped
You
away.
have decent physical damage, but like Glimpse is the best tool they have. But even with Glimpse, it's still going to be hard for them to burst through that spell shield. We shall see. On a very mana-heavy build.
They're getting more experience now onto him, which is only going
Radiant's
to
top
help
tower is
assist
under
the
attack.
AM. More points up in that Empower as opposed to just the one. Just trying to enable that anti-mage's farm. He's at 3.7k compared to the... we say the Necro is his comparison of 5.1k. And we're still a decent way behind, but anti-mage accepts that in the early stages. But finally, Kinguin adding
Dire's
some
bottom
pressure.
tower
The
needs some
first
help.
tier 1 tower. But really come under proper siege from Kinguin is going to be that bottom lane of Team Secret.
Dire's bottom
And they are
tower is
having
being
nothing
chipped
to do
away.
with this. Two
Dire's bottom tower has
aggressive
shattered to
observer wards
little
down,
pieces.
one on the hill, one closer towards the camps.
So something interesting in the game already. Razor has a silver edge in this game.
Really?
Yeah. So they, firstly, it's good for two of their heroes, and secondly, I think they
Radiant's
can
middle tower
actually
could use some help.
crush the AM with this. But mostly the first. First of all, is actually going to get Reaper pretty hard. At least he's building defensively, he's not going super offensive.
That's a sticky taunt right there from Partos. Decides to TP out eventually, making Ace work for it a little bit harder.
I think Silver Edge works a lot better when you have a lot of front-loaded bursts. I mean,
They walked up. Dire Observer Ward saw a lot, but that Observer would have seen they get the ball. The ultimate where's the stun, where's the damage? Barely not enough to kill the anti-mage. And Karkor was just a little bit too far away to land the shuriken toss.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
And now they go again. The wall of the Yamsor. Stolen damage going to work. Then again, Yamsor with a little bit of extra control. They get the vision on the other side of the tree line.
Oh no,
So
the
Yamsor will
crackle!
fall, and now the scythe
Oh,
dropping onto Vata.
this is a painful death. Not only are you Reaper, you just got cracked too. Man, 1200 gold with 2 kills when they're already ahead.
It's
And
another
another,
one.
oh my
Three heroes into that trap kill. Well played, affirmative. I agree.
They are probably so happy they got this amount of crack
Dire's middle
gold.
tower isn't going to last
That was the
long.
perfect time to be level 6 and start killing people. My goodness. And normally, if you're an AM, you're
Radiant's
okay
bottom
with
tower's
your
got problems.
non-2s and 1s dying, right?
But not in this, not in this case.
game. You lost your Empower bot.
Well, CTY is trying to get them to turn around Kinguin, but they continue to add pressure in towards the mid. Exotic Deer is happy to stand his ground, and
Radiant's
that
bottom
kind of
tower
TP
is under
doesn't really
attack.
work.
Yep.
You can't TP onto a frontline tower when a Disruptor's nearby.
Ooh, they have Atos soon too. And if CTY goes to a
Not
Battle
much
Fury
good's
Yasha
happening to
and
Radiant's bottom
no Mantis
tower.
down there, he can get owned by the Atos. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go. Actually, I can't say that about CTY. I'm not pretty sure he's gonna go into it.
He's going Battle Fury to start with, and he's rapidly approaching it. But now you also have the mech. Tidehunter was able to complete that. Talk about the
Radiant's top
ATOS
tower
coming, but the
deserves
team
just
fight.
as much help as bottom.
Kinguin is really good. Storm's back off cooldown. Necrophos doesn't have his ulti available. It's another 35 seconds before it's up.
AM hunting season.
Looking for a shot into the mid. Get the vision. Wait for the glimpse back into the wall as well as well. It's almost too easy.
No track though, so they know that Bounty Hunter's stalking them somewhere.
Yeah, and that's
Good
why
point.
they
That was a
drop
really
down the
good call.
sentry. Fiend strip. They need more damage. Bounty. Charlie walks into the sentry wall.
He also doesn't skip mana void.
Structures.
That's CTY.
Radiant's top
Doesn't skip.
tower is under attack.
Conceivably, might not have been able to get that kill.
Well, with the new blink, it's hard to go against it, right? Because like, what would you bypass as far as abilities?
Maybe Max
Dire's
Blink.
middle tower just went down.
Because he max blink instead.
Yeah, Max Blink's fine with the nerf. Yeah.
So you'd have him skip an extra point in the mana break. Okay.
It just depends on when you need it. He hasn't really been fighting up until that point, but it's still kind of nice. Interrupt TPs. Necrophus is a really large mana pool right now. He has 800 in his mana pool, so your mana void can still hit very hard this week.
A good observer ward for Team Secret, just around that bottom room. Able to scout out the aggressive maneuver of Kinguin.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this
Without the
abuse.
cover of smoke. And then straight back up to the next camp. Wall is there. They got the vision. They got the track.
Radiant's
And
middle tower
Glimpse.
can use some
Yeah.
help.
Come on back over. And they need the damage. Hey, mana void skilled up. Absolutely ineffective. Nothing exists. Now Yam's gonna try and bring it. Oh, there it is. And the Echo Slam follow-up. A
Double
nightmare
kill.
just to hold him position. Yam's a little bit more prep, but the side device executes the anti-basically another stun. Poppy! No! It takes time to ripple out the Ravage of
Radiant's
Pathos.
top
Well
tower
played,
has
GG.
looked
That's not
better.
even worth it.
I guess Radiant fortified their structure.
If he were tracked, it might have been worth it, but he was not tracked. But at the same time, I had no idea how Exotic here knew to wrap around the right side where there was no ward and
Radiant's
backstab
top
the
tower
AM
has
root to the
fallen.
face, but worked out for him. Well played. They got that track kill at least.
Ace is looking for something bigger. Vision from Yapsol. That had a grand stun total of 0.00001 second, and that's been very nice.
So now they see the Shadow Blade, so they can. He's almost certainly building Silver Edge. Shadow Blade is not that great on Razor.
He's going Silver Edge into SMY.
Radiant's bottom
Giving a lot
tower
of
is under
stats to work
attack.
with, a lot of high movement speed. And as you mentioned before the break, against either the AM or the Bristleback. And just needs some successful kills.
Radiant's bottom tower
Track
is
will
so
help out with this one. Let's get the extra bit.
Those cracks in
And
Dire's
then
top
look at
tower.
that lost limbs. You can't escape from that. The Rod of Beatos is up. They hold Ace in position. Shuriken toss bouncing around. Support's coming in from the outside, but Exotic's here. Goes into the ghost route. Ace moving so damn quickly. He has had a lot of damage stolen. And where's the follow-up? Vada will arrive. Nisha doesn't find the opportunity to attack, and here goes your secondary glimpse. Pulling Ace back in once more. Rod of Beatos is there, but where's that side? They kind of need it
Those
to put
cracks in
Ace in the
Dire's top
ground, but it
tower?
ain't happening.
They have Blink RP, so they can't.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to
Oh,
take
wait,
this
oh, yeah.
abuse.
Yeah, he's bone dry. Almost bone dry. Glimpse, Vada, big sword back over, got a little bit of extra mana, but it wasn't enough. Sorry's back on cooldown right now. He can burn if he wants to, but he's too low for it to work. So Ace starts his run forward. They need that movement speed to allow Trunks to escape. Happen into the trees, he'll go down. They lost the bounty hunter. Meanwhile,
Tower
all the
could use
while,
some help.
Tidehunter has just been pushing
Dire's
and
bottom
farming out
tower
that
is under
lane
attack.
and practically has his blink dagger.
It was a big deal that he didn't have Ravage. If you had Ravage up top there, that would have been a way different fight for them. He could have just walked into the AM or the Magnus and the Bristle and destroyed that fight, but they don't end up getting the tower, and I would say things are actually shaping up pretty well for Secret. Now they have max level on power, they have the blink dagger on the Magnus, they can farm up stacks, Bristleback is almost unkillable, and Anti-Mage is going to have his mans up pretty soon, 2 or 3 minutes. So
It's actually, you're right, it's so huge that Tide wasn't there because he also didn't bring that mech.
Yeah.
You afforded the mech for the team fight to come in so Kinguin would be really powerful. Then the aggression that comes along with having impending Ravage, Team Secret would have to give that respect. But no respect given. Now the Ravage is back up. On the side, they really hate CTY.
as they should.
That's a long time now.
Dire's middle tower is
yeah,
under
that's
attack.
really
That's
long.
Well, he's got so many levels. Like, didn't they buff it? No, they say they buffed it. They technically nerfed it for anyone who's dead after level 12. The death timers are even longer now.
That probably just kind of slipped his mind that they didn't have Ravage because a big team fight just had more time. So
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower.
hello, track kills.
Yeah, they're coming thick and fast. That's another. That's gonna be a 4-star.
Dire's middle tower has
650 gold for a Bane kill. Pretty good. That's the position 5 here. So let's check Earthshaker's blink status. He's pretty close. He's 500 gold away. Nisha, Silver Edge.
The recipe's on the courier. He still needs the ultimate.
Yeah, he's almost there.
Yeah.
So they're looking pretty good. I think the Tidehunter is the main hero here because he's the one that can break the RP Echo combo and he can't get Fiend's Grip. Well, I mean, he can, but he was cracking shells. So he's the one that needs to be up there in front and make sure that the fights go Kinguin's way. They can't afford another fight like that on top where AM survives and they pick up 2 kills on Secret Side and defend the tower. They just need Tidehunter to be up front. Yeah, if he dies, they're gonna win the fight.
It's still so funny to see 2 Silver Edges, one on the Necro, one on the Razor.
I really like the Silver Edge on Necro because I think being able to kill or burn someone down with Reaper is super easy.
It's going to trigger. Heroes coming over from the corner. They've got the Stormbound. Cackle gets the distance. And with the TV, it won't work. The shockwave from Vada is able to counter out the bounty hunter. But what is the cost here?
Double kill.
Can't get the stun to work. Nisha just playing around
Radiant
him.
structures have
This
been
track
snow
plus
fortified.
combo is owning track plus 8 toast combo. Not a combo that sounds very threatening, but it actually yielded them like 2 or 3 kills already. Wow, it was just 2,000 gold because it was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, now it's 7,000. And they're looking to bring down Roshan. Nisha with that stolen damage to start with, and now the double damage route.
They're beating on Dire's
A lot
top
of
tower.
abilities, the big claw team fight abilities. Some of them are down, but Tide Rabbit
Dire's
is back
have
up soon, and the
fortified their
Necrolite.
structures.
Like the fact that he's
Dire's
also
top
got Reaper
tower is
Sack
under
available.
attack.
So the next 2 phases of the game
Dire's
for
top tower
Kinguin in
is
order to win
gone.
are
Just
pushing high ground, which I would say is like a bit difficult for their lineup because they don't have a great high ground hitter. But I think right before that is
Puppy. They're like, is this the real one? Is this an illusion? Is this just Puppy trying to communicate with his team at the moment? Glimpse, goodbye Ace.
sick crack shells.
Dire's top
And the
tower
step
is under
before pushing
attack.
high ground is picking up the AM. How do they actually pick up the AM? 2 Silver Edges, Bounty Hunter to give them vision, but they're lacking the
beating on Dire's
burst. How do you
top
actually get
tower.
him into Reaper range really quickly? He has to pump it to the
Ace again. Glanced away any target he wants to go and he can't do it. Puppy starting to lack the stop. Gets a little bit of extra distance and a lot of life up his sleeve. They break off the bristleback, the feed stretch. Here comes your rabbit. It actually clips all the way down to the bristleback. 2 heroes lost. Ace moves over. They look to get a little bit of extra space once more. And Nisha, first stolen damage. You can start it up now onto Ace, but Ace won't last that long. The transfusion speed and the shuriken toss with so much spilling gold out, so much damage.
For those cracks
Yeah,
in
it
Dire's top
really
tower.
was.
They
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Bristleback needs more armor too. He actually just got destroyed. He did not have enough armor to deal with the Eye of the Storm and the Solar Crest on top of him too. He actually got obliterated.
They actually have the second
They're
side
beating
already.
on Dire's
Second
top
silver
tower.
edge already. With 22 minutes in, with double silver edge. The difference is even just like quickly Russian. He's still got the Rod of Atos plus that Veil amplification.
So their high ground's slow. I don't believe they have a Spirit Vessel.
I haven't seen one yet. No, let's have a look at this fight once more. It's the Ravage who's really
Just a perfect Ravage. And he catches Yapsor. Yapsor at this instant is 21. Then he gets Ravage, he goes down to he goes down to 1900.
Cypher belts. Puppy, they need a little bit more damage. Okay, they got him in time. Side Dagger is now here for the ES, so that's what you're talking about. He has the Echo Slam available.
They need a skewer in the team.
Lands your vision. Just give up almost the tier 4 tower. Nisha, really low tech. Professor's trying to help him out. Nisha, okay, he's still going to actually burn the Embassy Portal. Hold the bristleback for the moment.
Dire's top tower is under
Ace will
attack.
survive. Keeping his back turned to the rest of Kinguin.
That's really unfortunate for them. I think he just finished his 4 staff on the bounty hunter. If they had that 4 staff earlier, they could force him back, heal up with the urn and the death pulse, and then they could been able to siege a little bit more with the Aegis. But they lost their window. They're gonna have to deal with AM with. Ooh, he's going for PKB next. Interesting.
They must really want to fight. Exotic Deer's on the run. Where's them detected? There it is. Letting up the dust. You've still got Ghost Route 17 one-shots the Death Pulse, so getting the kills can be difficult to say the least. And support arrives in from Nace, and there's your control support wrapping in from behind. They're getting killed off the Necro, and the RP from Fada catching out two. They've got the flame dagger, and Kinguin they'll lose three. Two of them going the way of CT1. They almost got the fourth to disrupt the
Dire's middle
TPing
tower
out.
isn't going to last long.
Sorry from Yapsor.
Yeah,
But Secret are not sorry at all. They just got
Radiant's middle
themselves
tower
back
shouldn't
in
have to
this
take
game.
this abuse.
Yeah, that's exactly
Radiant
what they needed.
structures
Now
are
this team was
fortified.
going to fall, I think, from a lot more Ancients, and really they just missed the timing with that push and not
Radiant's
surviving
middle
that
tower
initial
is
skewer.
under
That's one of the things that you have to watch out for with the Magnus, and a little bit of careless
Radiant's
play.
middle tower
I'll say by
down.
Exotic here, just splitting out way too far away from his team. No Ravage up for him, and he just gets gripped.
You know, the really stupid thing was, Kinguin were the ones who were trying to be aggressive at that time. They're pushing multiple heroes up looking for the anti-mage farming, and he TP'd out just in time to join that engagement.
Yeah.
Now, Team Secret at the numbers, Kinguin have a bad fight. They try and steady the ship, but this anti-mage with both Battle Fury and Empower is doing so much work so quickly.
He's still very squishy. Even with BKB, I still think Ravage and Reaper should die. It's not like he has status.
They're coming forward with Exotic Deer. They reveal the real one. They may have managed to do that with the track, but because you also track, the anti-mage doesn't want anything to do with this.
It's just bad news bears. So next Aegis might potentially be dangerous for Kinguin because versus the Roche line was terrible. Razor had stolen damage and double damage that last time they did Roche. So that was pretty beneficial for them. But next time I don't think they're going to be so lucky. And Secret are going to be way bigger than they were before, relatively. And AM is probably going to have to be
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much
The
extra
order from
fire.
Fada, split up the farm. Right now, CT1 is doing exactly that.
Secondary protection.
But it won't be long before Kinguin try and knock on the door a little bit harder.
think about the next play for Kinguin. How do they actually want to play? Do they just want to brute force Roche and use a tiebreaker to bully them into taking in the fight? Do they want to try and pick off the AM or someone else who's very crucial to their team? So they
They're
can
finding the pickoff right now.
They're all
AM
sitting
reveal
behind
themselves
them.
in mid. They AM blink in through. Got a deer, got a bait toss. They are just leaving the side and they put him down 100 seconds on the sideline. The return was the fact that found the undesire, but you put back in Fada. They have more than enough damage to kill off the Magnus. No buyback available for him.
say hello to Spell Shield getting broken and a Veil on top of that. Anti-mage no longer.
Yep. The Aghanim buffed up. It's not going to
Dire
last long to do
structures
heavy
are
damage.
fortified.
I actually can't believe they have.
Fortification being triggered already from Team Secret. No one's really in range to start chipping away at the building.
They hit the AM like 3 times. He was in his deeper range. That's crazy.
He disintegrated.
So no RP threat right now. This should be super easy to do. Can they actually get killed?
Range dragons. They're focusing on the melee. They're trying to get the AM to buy back. That's what this has to be. Magnus has his own buyback, but Team Secret, they're not even going to expend it. They
Dire's
let
middle
the
barracks
melee
have
racks
fallen.
fall. And Kinguin, I think they must be thinking that AM doesn't have the money.
Dire's
It doesn't
middle
matter
barracks have
anyway.
fallen.
Mid-ranks is taken. Kinguin won't stick around for anything more. But this now opens up the shrines. This opens up the next play, and it all started with this. Anti-mage being put down, and yeah, he really did drop quick. And then Fada was the extra prize.
Radiant's top
Crazy
tower
amount of
is under
burst. Ooh.
attack.
Smoke coming out. The fake back. Roche isn't up, so this is a very good play for them. And AM is also still not like, oh no.
And here goes your RP, Puppy, the other big bonfire. And he'll end up dying, and there's your good wall. He just got him caught the run of Athos on the end. Doesn't put him inside the wall face. He doesn't know which way to go. There was a lot
Double
between
kill.
trees and a wall. They end up losing 2 heroes here, Team Secret. Bounty's in a little bit deep.
I think it was Lacoste that mentioned the island of Team Kinguin. Like these 2 Silver Edges have been just spot on and have elevated them into this position where this AM just feels like super weak, and he's forced to pick up the AD tomorrow. Even if he gets the BKB, I can actually still see him dying just like that and get it.
Kinguin are making the most of this opportunity.
Not
They
much
get the
good's
buy
happening
back
to
out from the
Radiant's
Bristleback.
bottom tower.
So that's already a win for them. This is a Creekway pushing in through mid that turns off the backdoor regen. So they back up. They
Radiant's
can now
bottom
focus on
tower's
that
got
shrine.
problems.
It's a forward thinking though by Kinguin because they had to plan it out a long time ago to get the silver edges. Yeah, he started building that like 11, 12 minutes into the game, and that's the long term. That's that's kind of the players that you want. You can identify what's going to be a problem and how you need to tackle these certain objectives 10, 20 minutes ahead. They plan accordingly.
Is that actually like the Eye of the Storm upgrade? He actually got
Radiant
that
have
power.
fortified their structures.
Yeah, he did. 0.1 Eye of the Storm strike intervals.
Minus.
Pretty good.
Especially if they have Scepter. Why not? They have armor issues already. Secret.
I always miss those old things like refresher act on Razor.
Radiant's
The way
middle
they
tower
felt through
is
every
under
single
attack.
building. Now we get the secondary ag and him set her up and running. Necro having that. Oh, he's got so much money.
They're all rich.
Yeah. Well, they've all been bathing in the bounty hunter's track goal.
Yeah. I've been pretty happy with that.
Yes.
He's been playing and getting involved in how quickly he hit level 6.
Oh, the track of the illusion. The dire scan ping properly too. They think it's real. But it most definitely is not. And now the ping comes from Kinguin. Move towards Roshan. Add the pressure up the mid lane.
So I have to be a little bit careful inside the pit. There are ways for Secret to win the team fight. Yeah, RP and the Echo. Problem is they don't have any vision. So we're just gonna take it down by the gem on the 500, and they have to deal with time.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But they
under
know what's
attack.
going on. The T2 tower is not being
This is their
defended.
last
Kinguin
play. They need
pushing
this.
up mid. And we'll see exactly what they can do. Ace has the blade
Not
bell,
much good's
hoping that
happening
maybe
to
someone
Radiant's
from Kinguin will kill
bottom
themselves on
tower.
him. CTY moving forward, looking into the pit. They've put down a fresh Observer Ward. Arthos with that gem did see the Observer Ward on the hillside. And Karkor, they catch him. So Bounty Hunter is down. It's coming for him. And Roshan so low. Ravage tries to create space. They need to finish Roshan. He is so close to death at the moment. Bashing on to Razor. Lightning goes the way of Kinguin. Both the Aegis plus the kill on Roshan. Not to mention the storm.
Double kill.
Sacrifice, putting Ace down. He is dead for 2 minutes. And yes! In through the rear. Gets the Echo Slam off. However, once again, he's only really getting the support. And with the freaking fail. And the plasma field is too much damage for him to sustain through. You buy back, but there's no Echo Slam.
No AM, no Bristleback.
Oh boy.
Well, great positioning by Tide, I would say. It was just like, you can't come into this pit, or else you will get
beating on
pummeled
Dire's
by
top tower.
3-man Ravage. Maybe even
It looks
more.
like Dire
As you buy
fortified
back
their
on
structures.
CTY, fortification, we all get blinded. Oh wait, did he just get glimpsed all the way back to Roshan? Because he popped back that soon. He goes all the way back, Farter, now nice RP, catching out a couple of friends. Question is the damage gonna be enough? Nietzsche gets the cheese off the sign. It doesn't kill off the anti-mage, and it brings him pretty close anyway. And the Lions get back over here. It's time for a bear hug, and it's time for the GG call. Nietzsche with a triple kill. Team Secret being 2-0'd by Kinguin. Kinguin will guarantee themselves just in the main bracket. They already had